The Environmental Review Commission met in the Port City this afternoon to hold a hearing about the investigation into GenX.
WWY's Jenna Curzina went to both the Sweeney Water Treatment Plant and also that hearing that happened today and brings us more. It's a big story at 7.
Public officials and state representatives were able to listen and address concerns during a hearing about GenX.
It is $2.5 million in a $23 billion budget that has a rainy day fund. It's raining in Wilmington.
Two main points of discussion have been about the $2.5 million the Cooper administration requested to support two state agencies tasked with investigating GenX. But some representatives feel political agendas are getting in the way of what should be a nonpartisan issue.
I've never made the issue one of politics. It has been an issue of principle first and foremost. Now the governor did come down here to Wilmington and to mislead the public about budget cuts to the Department of Water Quality that never occurred. It hasn't occurred under our control. It's not even poised to occur in the 2018 and 2019 budget. So in terms of legislators that I know, we have not made an issue of politics, but Governor Cooper certainly has.
The public who attended the hearing waited more than 3.5 hours to voice their concerns about GenX to the commission.
I'm here because, in my perspective, all the emphasis on fixing the blame, closing the barn door after all the hogs are out, and there's little or nothing being done to answer the simple question, what harm has been done?
In Wilmington, Jenna Curzina, WWAY News.
Now, that meeting lasted for about 4 hours, and the GenX investigation is still ongoing.
Earlier this morning, the Sweeney Water Treatment Plant invited state representatives and public officials to come and tour the plant. And during this tour, representatives and senators got to see what updates the plant has and is making to continue testing for chemical compounds in the water. Some of them say the fight for clean water is turning into a partisan issue. Pender County's Chris-Millis says it is not for him.
GenX has been on everyone's minds for a while now, but how did we get here? The big question. Let's take a look back at what's happened the last couple of months. Well, on June 7th, you remember, the Star News broke the story of Chemours dumping GenX into the Cape Fear River, prompting confusion, concern, and even protests around the area. Chemours met with local leaders on June 15th so they could talk about water testing, but did not take part in a news conference afterward. Then on June 22nd, the Department of Environmental Quality collected samples from the Cape Fear River to start those tests. Now, June 28th, WWAY, the Star News, WHQR hosted the first of 2 forums for you to voice your concerns and ask questions about GenX to experts and officials. More than 400 people filled that UNCW's Keenan Auditorium. Governor Ward Cooper came to the Cape Fear on July 24th to talk with local leaders and discuss the steps his administration is taking to keep Chemours from dumping more GenX into our river.